Here's the best way to get a Meerca Chase trophy. Classic mode's fun, but the odds of you being able to get the avatar or the trophy this way are very low. There's actually a secret code you need to type in. Superextrahypergravitymode, all together. Make sure you click on the screen before you type. And then it should pop up. It will take quite some time to get used to this mode, but note, it's called stop and go. You never want to hold your Meerca down like this and just start moving, not until you're a little bit more comfortable with the controls, because this drain in the center has varying degrees of pull. Like sometimes you can pull out of it right over there, but there's other areas like right over here where it's much more strong. You can't pull out of it. So what I always suggest is going away from the hole like this. Travel outward. Oh my goodness. Of course I get one of the highest level nags there. That's okay. We're just practicing here. Eventually you'll get a little bit quicker, but you kind of want to fall into the nags. The first two, there is a little bit of a finesse because it like spawned directly on top of you. But don't be scared to take it slow. I've been playing this for too many years. I'm fairly comfortable with the controls. You won't get it the first day, but after 2 or 3 days of trying, I think you can understand the controls and what you need to do. I hate to tell you this, but Meerca Chase is 100% luck-based. There's a few tricks that you can use to help your luck, but if you just keep getting yellow nags, you're not going to get anywhere. So the best thing you can do is every new round you take, even if you only get a couple of nags, that just helps you get better and understanding, what areas are you able to get out of and what aren't you. Sometimes it's a little bit random. This is simply a numbers game. Once you're familiar with your controls, here's something else you can do to help you. Before you even start, don't even attempt unless, we just happen to get lucky here, you get a nag that is not yellow. Like this time, I just happened to get blue. So let's see how I do here. At this point, I'm so picky, usually I reset over the blues even. It has to be green or higher. Because eventually, your tail will just be so long. Oh my goodness, we got the power nag again. That's the second highest. This is a pretty decent round. But you can keep resetting until you get a powerful nag like that. However, as I was showing you earlier, sometimes your second nag will, make you mess up. So I just go for a higher value nag to begin with. Something else I also suggest never doing is don't cross back like I just did. Go around the circle. But the next thing you're going to learn about are, not only is it the nag colors that you got to worry about, it's the red nags. Their pattern is random. It is never the same. There's also something called a drain nag, where you just cannot get it, or there's very little room for error to get it. Just last night, I was finally going to get my golden trophy, and what happened? Drain nag. But if you're really lucky, you can get 2 fish nags or 2 power nags. So we're just about at the 1,000 point here. The trophy score is 1250. Oh, and that's the other thing. Dang it. Occasionally, I think it's just within the coding of this thing, it will glitch like that. It won't register your input. It's like a buffer. Unfortunately, it just happens. But now I can show you what you can do. You just stop, you hit try again, then I press the up arrow key. And be slow to click the end game thing, because trust me, you'll be wallowing on the floor in pain when you accidentally over reset a fish nag. And sometimes this can take a while. Oh, wow. Okay, let's not mess this up. It's fantastic luck. All right, it can still get you with 3. So you kind of want to run through your first ones and then we should be safe. See, that's the difference a fish and egg can make. All those other ones we just had can be summed up in 3 nags. So now we don't have to... it always does that. That's what I was talking about. Drain nags. It's like they're just actively trolling. Now this one, I don't know if it's gettable. It doesn't matter how good you are at the game. It just comes down to random chance once you have the skills to do it. It also comes down to what time of the month you're playing. If you do it on reset night, usually somewhere around 1200 in 2026, it's fairly obtainable. But don't be discouraged if you can't get the fish and egg early on like that other one. Because remember, what you really want is to have about, if you're going for the avatar, like 400 points. Practice to be able to get 400 points, because then all you have to do is play it enough times until the fish and egg comes. Because if you get the fish and egg too early, usually your nerves get crazy, and then you end up messing up, or they give you a drain egg and you get upset. So if you can get this good, 1 fish and egg right here, you've got the avatar. I used to believe typing fish and egg would give you better chances. I don't really do that anymore, but if you want some superstitious luck, feel free to give that a try. I can't believe I've gotten 2 power eggs and a fish and egg. Usually that does not happen. Those are very rare occurrences. I mean, you can play for hours on reset night and never get one of those. I thought maybe they were going to be nice to me, but no. Oh, come on. So far, our red neg situation, like if you just get a situation where like the red negs are way too close together, it might just be worth resetting. This one's not too bad, but sometimes you have to like fall through them and it gets a little complicated. Now, don't get me wrong, that comes down to a skill issue. You can do it, it's just not convenient because once you do it once, you generally have to do it more than once and you're just, whoa. You're eventually going to fail it. So due to that glitch we were talking about where it doesn't register your input sometimes, that's why it's good to do the stop and go. Because, you know, if it doesn't register that you went up, okay, not that big of a deal. But when you're running around, I only do small little spurts when I'm like going to the next. I don't like to have that continuously held down. So even though it feels like we're forever away from the avatar or trophy goal, just remember, 1 fish and egg changes everything. You're done. This one's kind of tricky. So how I suggest getting this is just kind of fall into it, and then you just need 1 right arrow tap. Another thing you can practice is where are the red negs hitbox, because you can get fairly close to some of them. But fish and eggs are 900 points. I think the power neg is like, ooh. That's a tricky neg. I almost want to fall through it like this. Nope. The other option was come from the other direction, but I didn't think that was going to work out too well. So no luck on that one. Got too many yellow nags. Like, what? We only got the very first one. That's why I said it's important. Wait for a round that gives you a little... Oh, wow, nice. The third power neg. We can figure out how much it gives you. 594. So not as good as the 900, but still pretty decent. We've got past the first dreaded 3. No drain negs, and we should be... Ooh, blue. Whew. Just had the glitch occur right there, but it didn't matter. Whoa. That's what happens when you get a high-level neg first. It makes you play sloppy. That's why I don't necessarily suggest going directly for that. That's the gray neg. Now, I do not consider him a drain neg. He should not be a problem at all. So we're almost at... It's just like we got a fish neg. No! Okay, I'll take gray. And that's what I consider a drain neg, because this is just going to hit me even if I do get it. Yeah, there's no win in there. Okay, that's another unwritten rule I have. If a neg instantly hits you, you got to play the round. It's good luck. So even though we've had decent luck, we're still only at 500 points, but we're just one fish neg away from our goal here. And you never know when it could show up. The blue's here to troll us. I don't like this red neg placement. You see how close I got to that red one? I think I see blue. He's not too bad. This is a case where I suggest kind of falling into it. Always kind of, yeah. What I was trying to say is if your Meerca no longer moves slightly to the side when you're falling, if it's straight down, that's not a position you want to be in. You need some movement. I think I just hit that red neg was the problem on that one. That's a perfect example of a drain neg. Like, is it even possible? I think you might want to go from the top because you got to hit the stem. See, you can get it, but you can't get back out. I mean, you could technically get a trophy just on yellows. Your tail's just going to get really long. Yeah, we got a drain neg anyway. My next tip is take breaks. I already told you, you're not going to get it the first day. This game will eventually make you upset. I'm getting towards that point. I usually just give it, 3 times per day, if that. Ooh. Wow, I've never seen so many power negs. So far, no red negs with it. This is it. I feel it. I'm actually lying. I don't feel it this time, unfortunately, but we'll see. Do I finally get my golden trophy? I think I've had silver since 2010, but I only recently started playing again. What on earth? Self-sabotage. Oof. Gray neg doesn't hurt as bad as fish neg. That's why I warn you, though, when you hit end game, there is no, hold down your mouse, move it somewhere else, negates it. It's instant. Let's try a risky maneuver. Would not do that on a high level one. Is a red neg even an item? Or do they only exist in this game? See, that's an example of you're closer to the red neg than you think you could be. See, I'd just suggest getting it like that and then falling. That was a close one, though. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that setup. If you don't like it, don't be scared to take another round. I don't like that either, but I'll take it. We just need the fish snake for avatar. Oh, jeez. I'd at least like to prove I can get avatar score for you guys. 1250 is not bad. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you need to be able to train to get about 18 nags. If you're just going for all yellows. And then if your 19th is a fish nag, you get it. So just get good enough at gravity mode to be able to get 20 nags, and it'll eventually happen for you. Ooh! Complete drain nag with red. The problem with that is if there's any close drain nags, it's a double whammy. So this one, I'd want to fall into it a bit, then come back out. Again, make sure you have a little bit of left or right action. Because if it's just straight up and down, you eventually run into your tail. Not loving that field of reds. But it's doable for now. As long as they don't put another one in there. Just take it nice and slow. Ooh. See, as long as you had that little bit of sideways motion, we almost lost it there. You can dance between these nags. So a fish nag right now would take us to 15, which would get us gold trophy at this point in time. Ooh. That's a really gnarly one. Don't like that. Gonna take another round. How do I want to get that? Okay. Toys on that number. Okay, I'll fall back in. Nope. I don't know what that was, but I'll take it. I didn't know you can move your tail back like that. I would not suggest it. It was very nerve-wracking. Oh, man. Okay, fish snake, please. These red nags are in a pattern I no longer enjoy. No! All right, that's good enough for me today. Hopefully that helps you get your trophy. We'll catch you guys another time. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Power nag. I do feel good about this one. We just could have got a power nag last time. Ooh, and green. Oh, and gray. Nice. Okay, it's just like we started with a fish nag at this point. Minus having a sizable tail, but we're at 900. I think we need, what, 15? Just no drain nags, and I just proved myself I can do it. All right. Gonna play risky and run back on myself. Okay. don't like how many red nags we're getting close to each other here. I think Meerca's trolling us. But hey, we finally broke 1,000. If you do need to cross back over yourself, I suggest, going as far up as you can to get your tail out of the way. That'll become more important later on. My heart is starting to pump. We've got this. 1062, we need like what? 6 more nags? Less if we're lucky. Red nag situation, not too bad. Oh, spoke too soon. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Okay, I think I will fall down like this. Come on, we get that, we got it. It's going to give us a fish nag afterward. Don't like that angle. Third time's the charm. Okay. All right, we're doing all right. We're going to do this, guys. I set out to make the tutorial video. You can't just end it and not get what you're saying you can get. What kind of video would that be? You know what? I just would have been upset because I already sent it, didn't I? That just would have made me even more upset.